I never anybody over in my life. Didn't have it coming to me. You got that? All I have in this world is my balls and my word. And I don't break them for no one. Do you understand?
That scene you just watched has more truth in it than almost anything you'll hear today. Forget about the gangster context. Tony Montana just gave you the most important lesson about being a man in a world full of fakes. Your word is everything. Look around you. We live in a society where promises mean nothing, where commitments are broken the moment something more convenient comes along, where men say whatever they need to say to get what they want in the moment, and then they wonder why nobody respects them. Today, I'm going to show you why your word isn't just some outdated concept. It's the foundation of everything that matters in your life as a man. Let's be clear about something. This isn't about morality. This isn't about being nice. This is about power. When you say you'll do something and then don't do it, you're not just disappointing someone else. You're teaching yourself that you're the kind of person whose commitments mean nothing. You're training your own mind to see yourself as unreliable. Think about someone in your life who constantly says they'll do things but never follows through. Maybe they always say they'll call you back but don't. Maybe they promise to show up somewhere but always have an excuse. Maybe they swear they'll start that project with you but never do. How much do you trust them? How much do you respect them? Not much, right? Now ask yourself, am I that person to someone else? Have I become what I can't stand? Modern society has made it too easy to break your word. You can ghost people instead of having difficult conversations. You can make excuses through text instead of facing consequences. You can hide behind screens instead of looking someone in the eye when you let them down. How can you possibly build a strong life on such a weak foundation? In a world where you might lose everything, money, possessions, status, your reputation and your balls might be all you have left. Here's where most men go wrong. They think small breaks of their word don't matter, that it's only the big promises that count. This is completely bullshit. It's precisely the small, seemingly unimportant commitments that build or destroy your self-trust. When you say you'll be somewhere at 8 o'clock, do you arrive at 8:15? When you tell yourself you'll do 10 reps, do you stop at 8? When you promise to call, do you forget? These small moments aren't small at all. They're everything. They're the daily practice of being a man of your word. So how do you become someone whose word actually means something? First, start saying no more often. Most men break their word because they're too weak to say no in the first place. They agree to things they know deep down they won't do. They make promises they secretly have no intention of keeping. Why? Because they fear temporary discomfort more than they value their integrity. Start treating your word like a limited resource. Second, make your commitments clear and specific. Vague promises are a coward's way out. I'll try to make it, or I'll see what I can do, aren't commitments. They're escape hatches you're leaving for yourself. Either say, I will be there at 7 p.m., or say, no, I can't make it. There's no in between if you want to be a man of your word. Third, treat every broken commitment as a serious failure. When you fail to keep your word to yourself or others, don't normalize it. Don't make excuses. See it for what it is, a failure of character. This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about having high enough standards that breaking your word feels significant. It should bother you deeply when you don't do what you say you'll do. From now on, I want you to see your word differently. Not as something casual you throw around, not as something you give when it's convenient, not as something you break when something better comes along, but as one of the only things in this world that is truly yours, a direct reflection of who you are as a man. In a world where trust is rare, a man whose word is solid becomes valuable, in business, in relationships, in life. Don't be one more guy whose promises mean nothing. Be the exception. Your reputation isn't built on what you say you'll do. It's built on what you actually do. At Value Club, I'm creating a brotherhood of men who has their words and their balls. Hit subscribe now. Not because I'm asking, but because you feel it in your gut. This isn't just another channel. This is daily reinforcement for men who are serious about becoming exceptional. Make your first commitment right now. One click, no excuses, no delay. Those who hesitate here will hesitate everywhere else in life too. Prove to yourself what kind of man you are.